All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's take a couple of minutes to review and lock in what we did in our JavaScript class last night. So I'm going to kick this book out and I'm going to start capturing all of our materials into here. I'm calling it the JavaScript Civilization. If anybody can suggest a better title, let me know. But I don't know, I think that's a pretty cool title. Anyway, JavaScript in web applications. Here's like a core way you can think about it. So JavaScript in the web browser. Because we're going to find out in our full stack class next term that we can also run JavaScript on the server, which is Node.js. Now we're talking about JavaScript for web applications in the browser running on the Chromium JavaScript interpreter in Chrome browser. So here are your basic workflows to connect JavaScript to the HTML DOM. There's only 3 of them, so not too bad. If anybody can think of anything I've missed, please let me know, because I'm going to publish this book on Amazon probably in December, and if I miss anything, I'd like you to tell me. But as far as I can tell, here's what it is. The 3 patterns, because in programming and IT we talk about patterns-driven development. See, it always keeps coming back to the HTML DOM. That's why we emphasized that so much last week. The document object model is the HTML tags that are processed by the browser when you load your index.html file. And the happy result, when those two get together, they make a baby, which is called the browser object model. So pattern 1. We can attach behavior with event handlers. So we can connect functions. We can make functions respond to events on HTML DOM nodes, such as onClick. There's other ones. There's hover and mouse over, and on focus and on blur, but onClick's the one we use most of the time. And we see yesterday that we do that with the arrow function, and we have not yet gotten deeply into how JavaScript functions work. However, there's the pattern you can follow: document.getElementID by ID, whatever's your selector, on click or on mouse over, or whatever's your event, and then you just do this stuff. You just follow this pattern and write the function, and then whatever function you specify will be run when that event is done on that DOM node. See, so that is a that's an arrow function right there. Brackets equal greater than, and then this is whatever function you want to run when this event is done on this BOM element. So anyway, that's step 1, right? That's pattern 1. Pattern 2. We can read and write the HTML page using JavaScript APIs and the .accessor notation, so we can change the text content, for example, or we can apply style. And there would be an example of something we did in class yesterday. So BOM element, which particular DOM node in the BOM, which property we want to change, so the text content, and then we set it equal to a text string. And then pattern 3 we worked with yesterday. We manage our data with arrays, and I gave you my textbook on JavaScript arrays if you want to get more into it. So there's some simple examples. We made an array, and then we practiced walking over the array and just logging out what the elements of that array at that index were. So you see the letter T here and the letter T here. So that means that as it iterates over this collection of stuff, each of these in turn is going to be assigned to the variable T, and there we're going to log out whatever's the contents of that variable. Anyway, read that and we'll pick it up more in class tonight. I hope you get a chance, or you're going to spend some time to go over the Treasure Island lab, which is going to be our major work tonight. So this creates a cognitive organizational construct, a bookshelf in your brain that you can mentally place, right, like a bookshelf. It gives you bins, and you can place different pieces of this knowledge, different concepts. And then over the coming weeks, as we get into full stack and then later Android, you're going to have a way of organizing and keeping track of all of these connections you're making.